Hey everyone, French Tutor here. Welcome to my complete Zani guide. Let's go over her kit, how to optimize her, some advanced tech, useful animation cancels, her rotations, her builds, teams, sequence nodes, and much more. I'll also answer the most common questions about Zani, such as if she's good with Spectro Rover and if she can apply Spectro Frazzle throughout the video as well. Alright, let's get right into it. First, let's start with her basic kit. She has a 4-hit basic attack sequence. Her first 2 hits, she kind of swipes with her shield like this. And then basic attack 3 is she's going to attack the enemy with her shield and then kind of slide back like this and then sit in a chair like that. Lastly, basic attack 4 is like a flying kick with her shield like this. So we're not really going to ever use basic attack 4. In between basic attack 3 and 4, you can do something called basic attack breakthrough. So while Zani is sliding back into a chair, if you delay and then press basic attack here, you're going to do something like this. She kind of kicks her shield and it kind of like stays there for a while. So for the timing during basic attack 3, as soon as Zani's chair kind of appears, you just press basic attack like this and then it should work. So this could be useful when you're not using your intro skill, because if you look at our Forte gauge here, if I do this move, it's going to recover a lot of like your Forte gauge. And a useful animation cancel for basic attack breakthrough is actually to use a swap cancel. So we can do something like this. And then we just swap out and then she'll still keep using this move. And that's the most efficient way. And a few ways to skip to your basic attack 3. You can use your heavy attack like this and then skip to basic attack 3. After mid-air attack, you can skip to basic attack 3 like this. And then dodge counter will skip to basic attack 3. And after you use your normal resonance skill, you can just press basic attack and then skip to basic attack 3 here again. When you do it with the resonance skill plus basic attack 3, you will gain a little bit more of your Forte gauge. So for her normal resonance skill, you have a few options. So if you tab resonance skill, you're going to attack the target and then also enter a block stance like this. And as I mentioned before, after you do that and you press basic attack, it will skip to basic attack 3. But it is a little bit more special because it also stagnates the target, and you'll see that on her skills. So it just means that it's gonna like stop the enemies for a little bit. So you can see it. So let's see in action right here. I do this and then you can see that they froze a little bit. So now the other thing that can happen is that while you're attacked during block stance, you're going to use a parry called pinpoint strike. So there's a lot of benefits to parry like that. You're going to reduce the damage by 100%. You're going to stagnate nearby targets, so multiple targets here. And you're going to reduce their vibration strength by 5%. And lastly, any damage taken by Zani will be reduced by 30% for the next 2 seconds. So it's always good to parry with Zani no matter what. One note is that you can swap cancel these moves I taught you. So if I use my normal resonance skill, go to basic attack 3, I can swap out like that. You can also swap cancel her normal parry like this. Note sometimes the resonator you switch in with sometimes can get hurt after Zani's parry, so you should be careful. So now let's talk about Zani's Forte gauge. So she has 2 of them. The first one is going to be redundant energy. It's going to use the gauge on the top, the dotted lines. And you get redundant energy by using your normal attacks. And as I told you, basic attack breakthrough recovers the most redundant energy. You can use your intro skill, which will fill up half of your gauge. You can get it from using your normal resonance skill. Follow up with basic attack 3 and you'll get also half a gauge. And then when you use your normal resonance skill parry, you're going to gain a little more than half. And you cannot gain redundant energy when you're in your liberation mode. And let's talk about our second Forte gauge later. So now what happens when you get a full Forte gauge? You're going to unlock her enhanced resonance skill. And you can see on the bottom right here, your icon is glowing now. So now with her enhanced resonance skill, she's going to enter an enhanced block stance called ready stance. So if you hold your resonance skill, it's going to look like this. So during this stance, Zani is immune to interruption. So 2 things can happen here if we keep holding onto our resonance skill, or if you release it early, you're going to use an enhanced resonance skill attack called targeted action, and it looks like this. And there's nothing really special about it. But when you're attacked during your enhanced block stance, you're going to do an enhanced resonance skill parry that looks like this. So this one also does a few things. You're going to reduce the damage by 100%. So you're going to stop and stagnate the target, and then further reduce their vibration strength by 5%. And lastly, any damage taken by Zani will be reduced by 30% for the next 2 seconds. So that's the benefits of parrying there. Also keep in mind, both of these enhanced resonance skills, they do spectral damage, but they're considered spectral frazzle damage. So anything that enhances your spectral frazzle damage, Zani will do more damage with her enhanced resonance skill. Okay, so before you go into liberation mode, using your enhanced resonance skill is super important. Why? So when you use your enhanced resonance skill attack targeted action, or your enhanced resonance skill parry forcible riposte, it's going to do 3 things. 1, you're going to inflict a stack of helical ember. So this is Zani's special spectral frazzle. It's the same thing as applying spectral frazzle pretty much. So this way Zani can use the 2-piece set of the Eternal Radiant set, and you can get crit rate. And 2, it's going to let Zani enter Sunburst mode. And in Sunburst mode, spectral frazzle damage is amplified by 20% to the target. So basically it's damage buff, and you're going to do a lot more damage. So you absolutely want to use your enhanced resonance skill before you enter liberation mode. And Sunburst mode is going to last for 14 seconds. And 3, it's going to recover Blaze, and let me segue into that right now. So to learn about Blaze, we need to learn about her second Forte gauge, which is on the bottom right here. Basically, the more Blaze you have, your resonance liberation attacks can be used longer, and you can do more damage. Ways you can obtain Blaze is by using your enhanced resonance skill attack or parry, and that gives you 10 blazes. Or using the first part of your resonance liberation called Rekindle will give you 50 blazes. And the most important way to gain Blaze is through your teammates. So how does Zani get Blaze from her teammates? So when Zani is on the team, something special happens to Spectral Frazzle. It starts working a little bit differently. So anytime a teammate applies Spectral Frazzle on a target, 2 things happen. So the stack of Spectral Frazzle immediately triggers, and it does the damage it's supposed to do over time, but instead it does the damage immediately. Okay, so let's see slowly what happens when we apply Spectral Frazzle. So we're going to use Phoebe's Utter Confession attack, which applies 1 Spectral Frazzle stack. So we're going to do this instance of damage right here. And then you can see here that the bigger numbers is the actual damage of the attack. And then the 504 is the Spectral Frazzle stacks that immediately triggered. And most importantly, any Spectral Frazzle stack then converts into something called Helical Ember, which I told you before is Zani's special Spectral Frazzle. And as I mentioned before, if you do apply Helical Ember with her enhanced resonance skill attack or parry, it's going to have the same effect as when you apply Spectral Frazzle. So all the sets from your Eternal Radiance is going to work. Helical Ember is maxed out at 60 stacks, and each stack lasts for 6 seconds. So when those Spectral Frazzle converts, those Helical Embers become Blaze. So it transfers into your second Forte gauge. So every time this conversion happens, Zani will get Blaze based on how many Helical Embers you get. So the second thing again, the stacks convert into something called Helical Ember, which converts into Blaze, and then you can see the amount of Blaze right here. Okay, so this is before we use Phoebe. Okay, so I'm going to apply my first 5 stacks of Spectral Frazzle. Okay, and I'm going to apply another 5 right here. Okay, and then when we switch out from here, now you can see Zani's Blaze is almost full. So the most important thing is just apply Spectral Frazzle and make this bar almost full as much as you can. So every stack of Helical Ember converted from Spectral Frazzle grants 5 blazes. So when Zani is not in her liberation mode, which is called Inferno, Blaze is maxed at 100. And then when Zani is in her liberation mode, Blaze is maxed at 150. One tip, you can see Zani's Blaze bar on the right here by the team icons. So Zani's liberation has 2 parts. The first part is called Rekindle. You're going to deal a spectral damage and enter Inferno mode. So this mode is where her hair glows and then her uniform changes as well. Your damage multiplier of your basic attacks is increased, so they become enhanced basic attacks. And I just mentioned it grants 50 blazes and increases the max blaze from 100 to 150. And Inferno mode is going to last for 20 seconds. So after you use your liberation, you get a new Forte gauge on the top right here, and then it fades if your Inferno mode is almost gone. When in Inferno mode, Zani unlocks 4 new attacks. They're called Heavy Slash Daybreak, Heavy Slash Dawning, Heavy Slash Nightfall, and Heavy Slash Light Smash. And they're all considered both heavy attack damage and spectral frazzle damage. Okay, so your enhanced basic attack sequence will look like this. Enhanced basic attack 1, Heavy Slash Daybreak, is going to be 1 slash like this. It looks like that. Enhanced basic attack 2 is going to be Heavy Slash Dawning, and it's going to be 2 horizontal slashes like this. And then Heavy Slash Nightfall is a 4-hit combo, and it has 2 parts. The full sequence looks like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so her full liberation basic attack sequence is going to look like this: 1, 2, 3. So now in Liberation mode, her Resonance skill is now replaced with Scorching Light. So hold Resonance skill to enter your enhanced block stance, ready stance, the same as before. And if you let go at a certain time, you're going to use your enhanced basic attack 1 like this. And if you hold it long enough, you're going to actually use your enhanced basic attack 3. But when you're attacked during your enhanced block stance, you're going to use Heavy Slash Light Smash. And this is going to be your Liberation Parry. After casting your Liberation Parry, press Basic Attack again to follow up with your Enhanced Basic Attack 3. So when you use your Liberation Parry, a few things happen. You're going to reduce the instance of damage by 100%, and you're going to stop and stagnate nearby targets. You're going to reduce their vibration strength by 10%, and Zani's damage taken will be reduced by 30% for the next 2 seconds. Your Liberation dodge counter is going to turn into Heavy Slash Light Smash, but sometimes it doesn't, like during your Enhanced Basic Attack 2, then it turns into your Enhanced Basic Attack 3, Heavy Slash Nightfall. Okay, and let me show you the 2 parts of the Enhanced Basic Attack 3, Heavy Slash Nightfall. So the first part is going to be this: 1, 2. Okay, so now from here, now let's say we get interrupted here. We get hit by an enemy, or you dash cancel for some reason. Then you would actually immediately continue to part 2 like this, actually. So you don't have to worry about that getting interrupted. You can continue with part 2 like that. So let me show you right now. I'm gonna do my basic attack 3 enhanced one, and then I canceled it, right? But now I'm walking around, and if I just press my basic attack again, I'm gonna continue to part 2 of my enhanced basic attack 3. So finally, at the end of our rotations, we're going to use part 2 of our Resonance Liberation called The Last Stand. You're able to use this move when your blaze is lower than 30 or after 8 seconds in Inferno mode. This attack does a lot of damage, and then it ends your Inferno mode. This would be the ideal time to use your Echo skill because you're kind of stuck in it. And also the optimal animation cancel here is to just swap cancel, because if you don't, you kind of like land and then start breathing. So we don't want that. We want to swap cancel. Now all the Heavy Slash skills have different blaze requirements. Heavy Slash Daybreak, your Enhanced Basic Attack 1, Heavy Slash Dawning, your Enhanced Basic Attack 2, and Heavy Slash Light Smash, your Liberation Parry, require more than 30 blazes to use. If you do not have enough blaze, simply your attacks will just go back to normal. Heavy Slash Nightfall, your Enhanced Basic Attack 3, works a little differently though. This one doesn't have a blaze minimum, but has a maximum instead. It consumes up to 40 blazes, and with each blaze increasing its damage multiplier. So simply put, the more blaze you have, up to 40, the more damage you will do. One last important thing to talk about is your initial Liberation Parry. So when we enter Inferno mode with the first part of our Liberation, so you can actually hold basic attack, or you could just keep spamming basic attack, and you'll actually enter Ready Stance. So if you see an attack coming, you should use your Liberation and then parry right away. This is actually the most optimal way to start your rotations after your first part of your Liberation. Okay, now let me show you an advanced tech called the Triple Parry. So we're going to parry 3 times from one enemy's move. So 1 parry, our 2nd parry, and then our Liberation Parry, all under 1 move. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so let's break this one down. So ideally, you're going to come in with your intro skill and you're going to have like half of your Forte gauge. So we're going to use our normal Resonance Parry first here. Okay, so then that's 1. And then I could follow up immediately with my enhanced Resonance skill since I have a full Forte gauge now. So that's our 2nd parry. But then now the dragon is still kind of attacking, right? So when the lingering like hitboxes are still there, I'm going to hold my basic attack here to do my 3rd parry with my Liberation. So we're gonna do this all under 1 move. So the reason why this is advanced is because yes, it's under one move. It's not like an obvious attack that keeps like continuously attacking like multiple like hitboxes. So this kind of naturally happens because like once you use your first parry, it just kind of chains into your second parry and then your third liberation parry. So it doesn't work on every move. This move has to kind of linger for a while. So you don't really have to test out any moves or anything. This naturally happens. So give this advanced tech a try. One obvious way to do the triple parry is when an enemy continuously attacks you like this. So if you want to do an easier triple parry, just start with half a gauge first, do your normal parry first, and then your enhanced parry like this. And then we're going to go to our liberation, hold basic attack or keep spamming basic attack, and then do another liberation parry like this. If you're liking the video so far, please make sure to like and subscribe. It would really help me out. Thank you. Okay, now let's learn all the useful animation cancels for Zani. Mainly they're going to be swap cancels, dash cancels, and also like canceling into other skills. First, let's start with our non-liberation mode. Let's swap cancel basic attack breakthrough. Alright, so let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then swap, and then swap cancel like that. And again, like if you're not using your intro, this could be useful, but it's more for casual play, not optimal. Okay, let's swap cancel some of our normal resonance skill follow-ups. So let's use our resonance skill and then basic attack 3, and then you can swap cancel out of that. And then that's gonna give you half a Forte gauge, so it's pretty useful. And then let's try resonance skill, basic attack 3 to breakthrough, and then you could do something like that. Again, not a big fan of breakthrough, but if you need the Forte gauge fill up, you can use that. Let's swap cancel our normal parry. So we go from here and go swap out like this. Now for our enhanced resonance skill, we want to cancel it out with our resonance liberation actually. So if we do our enhanced resonance skill attack, we do this like right at the last hit, we're going to use our resonance liberation. So if I do this, I hit and then cancel with my resonance liberation. Okay, so make sure you see some numbers before you actually use your liberation. Now for enhanced resonance skill parry, you just parry like this, let it hit, and then use your liberation and cancel it. Okay, so to practice everything we learned here in non-liberation mode, let me show you a common way to start our rotations, but we're going to efficiently animation cancel. Intro skill to our normal resonance skill to basic attack 3, followed by our normal resonance skill attack to our resonance liberation. So let me break it down step by step. We're gonna go in with our intro, right? And right now we don't have anything in our Forte gauge. Intro is gonna give us half. Now we need another half because we need to use our enhanced resonance skill before our liberation, right? So the fastest way to get half here is we use our normal resonance skill. So we're gonna go into regular block stance and then just press your basic attack, and then that's gonna go to and skip to basic attack 3, right? So as soon as that happens, right, we get pushed back, and then we want to cancel this, sitting on the chair animation and go straight to our enhanced resonance skill attack. It would be good if you could parry here, but most likely you can't. So just use your attack here. So you just tap your enhanced resonance skill and then just hit right here. And then as soon as that lands and hits and you see some numbers, right? So let's go frame by frame here. Let's see if there's some numbers coming out, right? But as soon as you see these numbers, just cancel it out with your resonance liberation like that. And that is the most efficient way to animation cancel into the first part of your rotations. In liberation mode, you should first learn how to dash cancel enhanced basic attack 3. So we go 1, 2, so right here at the end, we dash cancel like that and start a new rotation. Okay, so 1, and then 3, and then dash cancel again. Okay, now let's quick swap enhanced basic attack 3 because it takes a long time to do. So we're gonna go 1, 2, and then let's quick swap into Rover, and then let's switch out like this. Yeah. Let's also quick swap our liberation parry. So once we start our parry, we can continue our enhanced basic attack 3 like this, and then you could come back in like this, and then go. I could do that a little faster, but just to show you how to do it. And towards the end of our rotation, once we use enhanced basic attack 3, we want to cancel the last part with our second part of our liberation like that. The last thing we need to do is just swap cancel out of the second part of our liberation. So what we want to do is we want to use it and then just switch out, keep pressing, spamming to another character, and like that. And you just swap cancel out to another character. Okay, so now let's talk about how to start Zani's rotations. It really depends on the battle and situation. So you need to learn like what you need to do before you enter liberation mode. You need to enter sunburst mode before your liberation. And how do we do that? We need to use our enhanced resonance skill attack or parry. And that's also very important because that inflicts a stack of helical ember, and also it recovers blaze. And if you have S1 unlocked, you need to use your enhanced resonance skill. It's going to give you 50% extra spectral damage bonus. So we need to learn how to unlock our enhanced resonance skill. So to do that, we're going to enter with our intro skill. And then you can see here we have half a Forte gauge already. But we need to fill this other half. And this is where we learn what to do. Honestly, the safest and easiest way that can work in any situation is using your normal resonance skill into basic attack 3. So I use my intro, normal resonance skill, skip to basic attack 3, and now I have a full Forte gauge because that fills up half. The other way is to use our normal parry. So I use my intro skill here, and then I kind of have to wait until I can use my parry here, right? So it's very enemy dependent. And yes, I got my full Forte gauge there, but that takes too much time. So this is like a very inefficient way to start your rotations quickly. But another great option is actually before your intro skill. So let's say we want to start a rotation, but you're being attacked, right? So we can swap into Zani and then quick swap out to another character. And now if I go to Zani, right, I have half a Forte gauge. So now if I use my intro here, I can come in and then my Forte gauge is full and my enhanced resonance skill is unlocked. So I can start my rotation right away like this, right? And then I can go liberation right away. Another way before your intro skill is just using your normal resonance skill to basic attack 3 and you quick swap that. So we can do something like this. And then, so you see I quick swap there. And now if I go into my intro, I am going to get a full Forte gauge as well now. Not as efficient as just like quick swapping a parry before your intro, but at least it's less enemy dependent, right? Okay, now let's look at our rotations. The most standard basic rotation for Zani is we start with her intro skill, then we can go ahead and use her normal resonance skill to basic attack 3. And remember, this is optional. Then we can go ahead and use her normal resonance skill to basic attack 3. Then use your enhanced resonance skill attack or parry. Then your resonance liberation, followed by enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3. And then enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3 again. And then we use the second part of our liberation, our echo skill, and then we swap cancel. Alright, let's take a look at the standard rotation without any liberation parries. Okay, we're gonna go in with our intro skill. We're gonna use our no resonance skill to basic attack 3, enhanced resonance skill to our liberation. And then we're going to start using our enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do this twice. So another 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to use a liberation part 2, echo skill, and then swap cancel. Now if we do this with more blaze and probably with Phoebe, usually you get like almost like 100% blaze with Phoebe. You can just add one more enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3 rotation. But your third enhanced basic attack 3 is going to be pretty weak because you're going to be lower than 30 blaze. But still, you can get some more extra damage. So now when we have very high blaze, the other rotation you can start is you start with your intro skill and then normal resonance skill to basic attack 3, to enhance resonance skill attack or parry, and then to our resonance liberation. And then we're going to start with a liberation parry here in the beginning to enhance basic attack 3, and then we can do another 2 sets of enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3, liberation part 2, echo skill, and then swap cancel. Okay, let's take a look at that rotation. We're going to go with our intro skill, and then normal resonance skill to basic attack 3, and then we're going to use our enhanced resonance skill. And then we're going to parry here, liberation parry, and then go to enhanced basic attack 3. And then we're going to do 2 sequences of enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3, since we have enough blaze. Okay, so we're going to go enhanced basic attack 3 here, and then part 2 liberation, echo skill, and then swap cancel. So yeah, this is how your standard rotations will look like without quick swapping. Okay, let me teach you how to do rotations with Spectro Rover. So this is a standard rotation. It's not optimal because you're not quick swapping, but it's much easier. So we start with our intro skill, and then we use our enhanced resonance skill plus our follow-up basic attack. And then we use our resonance liberation, and then we're going to do our basic attack 1, 2, 3, followed by heavy attack resonance to after tune, and we're going to do this twice. And then at the end, we're going to use our enhanced resonance skill plus our follow-up basic attack. And during that, we're going to use our echo skill and then swap cancel. So let's look at it slowly here. We're going to intro skill here, and then we do gain enough forte so that we can use our enhanced resonance skill. So we use that right away, and then cancel this last hit with our resonance liberation. And so now you applied 8 stacks of spectral frazzle. We want to add 2 more. So as you can see here, our resonance skill cooldown is going to be 4.1. So to fill that gap, we're going to use our basic attack 1, 2, 3 to heavy attack resonance after tune. We're going to do that twice, and now our resonance skill is up, so we're going to use our enhanced resonance skill, follow up basic attack, and then we're going to use our echo skill here too, and then swap cancel out. So you see my echoes coming out, and then boom, it's slamming down right there. Now let's learn an advanced rotation with quick swapping. Let's go slow first. So we come in with Zani first, but we're going to switch into Spectro Rover and use heavy attack after tune here, and then we're gonna fill up half of his forte gauge so that we can use his enhanced resonance skill, right? Now with Shorekeeper, I'm gonna do my basic attack 1, 2, 3, and then I can quick swap that out and then use my enhanced resonance skill right here. And then I'm going to quick swap again and then use my enhanced heavy attack, and I need to set up my liberation and get a full concerto gauge here. So I do that, I do the setup here, and then I'm gonna come in. Okay, now I'm actually gonna do a normal heavy attack to heavy attack resonance to after tune because I want a full bar here so that I can use another enhanced resonance skill later for Zani and we can quick swap. So I do that here, and then I'm gonna cancel this with my liberation, okay? And then once we do that, now we have a full forte bar. But now I'm going to use my enhanced resonance skill here, and then we're going to echo swap cancel right here, okay? So then we go right into Zani, and then we have, we can use her intro skill right there. Okay, let's look at that quickly. And by the way, I forgot to mention, you switch in, and then Rover starts at basic attack 2. So you do basic attack 2, 3, and then your heavy attacks like this. Boom, like that. And switch to Shorekeeper, enhanced resonance skill, and then you set up with Shorekeeper right here. And then we're gonna come in, we're gonna set up a little bit more of our forte gauge liberation, and then use our enhanced resonance skill, swap cancel, use our head go. When you're doing Zani's rotations, make sure you quick swap with Rover. While she's using her enhanced basic attack 3, you can come in and use your enhanced resonance skill, and then that would recover some blaze. So something like this, enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3, and we swap here, and then we use our enhanced resonance skill right here, and then we can swap cancel back right here, and then finish our enhanced basic attack 3. Okay, let's take a look at that again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, switch, enhanced resonance skill, switch back in again. You can also quick swap during her liberation parry. It's not the fastest or most optimal, I think, but it is possible. So we would do something like this. We would parry, and then we would swap back into Rover, and then use his enhanced resonance skill to get some more blaze again. And then we can swap back in and use our enhanced basic attack 3. So in normal speed, it will look like this. And just like that. But then sometimes if you do it too fast, if you swap out too fast during her liberation parry, it won't work. So be careful. Okay, let me teach you an advanced hidden tech with Spectro Rover. This is the most important thing you need to know with Spectro Rover. But with this tech, you can really improve your rotations with Zani. I've taught this in our channel before, but basically, if we have a full forte gauge and we use our enhanced resonance skill, we use half of it, right? And if I use my heavy attack after tune in a full gauge, I'm not gonna get any more, right, of my forte gauge because it's full, obviously, right? But if I do them at the same time and do the right timing, now look at my forte gauge. So for the timing, you just have to do it together, as I said. When you hear that after tune sound, you know, when it goes like ding, use your enhanced resonance skill and it should work. Check out the timing. I don't want to get too much into it because this is a Zani guide. So you can check out my video right here on the top right. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And it's our first tech. But unfortunately, I had a second tech, but then they patched it up, which was a bug. But anyways, you can find the exact timing there. Now you don't have to do your random heavy attack like resonance to aftertunes like just to fill up your gauge. You can just do this and keep a fuller gauge. It's gonna make your rotations faster and you can quick swap more. Okay, now let's do 2 standard rotations for Phoebe. You don't really need to quick swap with Phoebe. Like if you do, it's only like a few seconds faster. So these sequences are good enough. So we're going to use our intro skill and then use Utter Confession to enter confession mode, which is our support mode. So you can just hold on to your resonance skill and then use your normal resonance skill and then use your resonance skill and then cancel that out with your resonance liberation. And then make sure you're inside your resonance skill. Use your enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3 into your enhanced heavy attack. And then we do this cycle twice. And in between that, you just use your echo skill anytime before you swap out. And you can swap cancel out of your last enhanced heavy attack. Okay, now let's take a look. We're gonna come in with our intro skill and then Utter Confession and then resonance skill cancel with our liberation. And then we're inside our resonance skill right here. Now enhanced basic 1, 2, 3 and then heavy attack and then enhanced basic 1, 2, 3 heavy attack. And then you can see here, now I have a full concerto gauge. Okay, and then use our echo skill and then we just go from there. Okay, and for variation 2, it's very important for smaller enemies. Sometimes you don't end up inside your resonance skill. So for example, right here, I'm going to use my intro and then I use my Utter Confession and my resonance skill, but I'm outside this circle right here, right? And I can't use my enhanced basic attacks. It does more damage, but there's also a more important reason and I'll show you later. So here, what you want to do is just press your resonance skill again, teleport inside the resonance skill, and then cancel this with your resonance liberation, okay? Now we're inside the circle, and then we can use our enhanced basic attacks. Canceling that teleportation is really tough with any other animations, so resonance liberation makes total sense. So it wouldn't be bad if you use this rotation for your general rotation. So let's take a look again with intro skill, Utter Confession, resonance skill, and then teleport right in, and then resonance liberation cancel right away. Okay, now if we're going to quick swap and do an advanced rotation a little bit faster, let me show you what you do. So first, we're gonna use our go in with our shorekeeper, basic attack 1, 2, 3, switch out, and then we're gonna use our Utter Confession here to enter support mode. And then you can't really quick swap fast with this one, but regardless, you come out and then just finish your rotation with shorekeeper. So we're gonna set up right here. Use our resonance liberation here, and then we're gonna come in with Phoebe. So now this is important. Her intro skill, she kind of comes in and then jumps backwards, and it takes time to land, right? But here we're gonna cancel her intro skill with our liberation instead. So you see how smooth that was? Okay, so from here we use our resonance skill here first. We can dash cancel in after our resonance skill. So you could dash cancel it instead of using our liberation from before. You see that? So now I'm in my circle and I can use my enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3. And then, just use your echo skill whenever, like I did that right there. And then again, enhanced heavy attack again. Now I can go in with Zani and that would be about like 5 seconds faster already. Okay, let's look at that again from the start. We're going to start with our healer, basic attack 1, 2, 3, and then Utter Confession and come out again. And then just set up with your shorekeeper here, finish your rotation. Now we're going to intro into Phoebe, cancel intro skill, resonance liberation, and then resonance skill, and then we're going to dash cancel it right here, and then go in the circle. Okay, and then we're going to use our enhanced basic attack 1, 2, 3 here, and then again 1, 2, 3, echo skill 2, and then swap cancel out into Zani. Okay, the most important thing you need to know with Phoebe is you need to dash cancel your enhanced basic attack 3 into your enhanced heavy attack. So you notice in my rotations I'm dashing a lot, right? So what Phoebe does, if you look closely, right, I'm going to use my enhanced basic attack 1, 2, and then I already dashed here to cancel my enhanced basic attack 3, and actually it's still going to come out like this. It's like a shower raise, and then my enhanced heavy attack overlaps it. You see that? So I save a lot of time here. So again, 1, 2, and then cancel my enhanced basic attack 3 and then enhanced heavy attack together. So that's gonna save you a lot of time. So this is the most important thing you want to do with Phoebe. Okay, so and just real quick with the timing, I'm gonna show you more of my Phoebe guide, but basically it looks like this. Okay, so Phoebe's gonna hop forward, right? And then she's gonna hop backwards like this, right? And then this hop, even before she hops, you can just dash right here, okay? And then your enhanced basic attack 3 will still come out here, and then use your enhanced heavy attack like that, okay? So the timing, you have to kind of get used to it. You see, even when I'm hopping backwards, my enhanced heavy attack already is available. So I'm gonna dash here, and then I'm gonna use my enhanced heavy attack. And you saw my enhanced basic attack 3 already come out. So this is the most important thing you need to know with Phoebe to make her rotations faster with Zani. The second most important thing is you have to be inside your resonance skill ring. Why? Obviously, your enhanced basic attacks inside the ring does more damage, but actually when you dash out of your your other enhanced basic attack 3 here, it kind of like these basic attacks kind of like hit within this ring of mirrors. If you dash cancel your enhanced basic attack 3 here, it actually cancels out. So you don't get enough concerto gauge for your outro skill. So now that's a big problem, right? So if I do another set right here, and I dash cancel my basic attack 3 and do that, right? This is all I get. This is my concerto gauge. Okay, I want to show you how that basic attack 3 looks like actually. So I'm going to use 1, 2, and then 3. You see all these mirrors kind of like attack like crazy. Like you have to kind of wait for that and then use your enhanced heavy attack. Well, you could do it in between, but if you dash cancel it out, it's gone. And that's a big problem. You have to be inside your ring of mirrors, your resonance skill, okay? For Forte Priority, I would go with Forte Circuit first, and then Resonance Liberation, followed by Resonance Skill, and then either normal attack or intro skill. If you're going to use more normal attacks, especially in the overworld, level normal attack. So I would max out Forte Circuit and Resonance Liberation for sure, level 10. Resonance Skill you can keep at level 8 to 10. And normal and intro, I would keep them from level 6 to 8. If you're using a lot of normal attacks, you can go to 8. Zani's intro skill deals spectral damage, and the animation is really cool. For her first inherent skill, casting intro skill gives her 12% spectral damage bonus for 14 seconds. So that's the second part of the reason to use her intro skill for sure. Inherent skill number 2, when in ready stance, all damage taken is reduced by 40%. So Zani's outro skill deals spectral damage equal to 150% of Zani's attack. It removes all stacks of helical ember that was on a target, and each stack increases the damage dealt by 10%, which is really good. And again, this is also spectrofrazzle damage. And also, if your other resonators attack targets that are marked by helical ember, their spectral damage dealt is amplified by 20% for 20 seconds. So this is really good for Spectro Rover and Phoebe. Now let's talk about Zani's weapons. Like it has attack percent, and then like if you synchronize this buff that gives attack and defense gets much higher. So I would recommend this since you can synchronize this and you'll get multiple copies usually. The Celestial Spiral is also really good. You probably won't get too many copies of it though, but it's really good. It has attack percent, and then casting resonance skill grants resonance energy, so that's good for her liberation, and increases attack by 10%. Before you start building the Legend of Drunken Hero, I believe the negative status doesn't work with helical ember. I think this might be a bug, but at the time of making this guide, it's not working, so just be aware of that. So try to get your standard 5-star Abyss Surges if you don't have anything better. It has some energy regen, which is nice, but it doesn't really have like crit rate or crit damage, but it has high base attack, so better than your 4-star options. And obviously her signature weapon is going to be her best bet. You can ignore defense, and also it's going to amplify your spectral frazzle damage. And you know, that's most of your heavy slashes and your enhanced resonance skills. If you don't have her signature, Rochia's Tragic Comedy is really good for her. It has crit rate, and then you can get like heavy attack damage bonus. So it's a really good option to have as well. And finally, if you have Verity's Handle, it's good too. It has crit rate, and then it will increase your resonance liberation damage. For Echo builds, you want to go with the Eternal Radiance set. You're going to get that extra crit rate by 20. And once you have 10 stacks of Spectral Frazzle, it's going to grant you 15% spectral damage bonus. The Echo build is a little bit different with Zani. You actually want to put a cost 3 Echo, the Capitanius, in the main slot. because this is actually going to grant you a spectral damage bonus and a heavy attack damage bonus, which is better than your 4 cost, which only gives you a spectral damage bonus. The Echo itself will do less damage, but it will boost Zani's damage more. So it's going to be a 3-4-3-1-1 build. For 4 cost Echo, you want to use Nightmare Morning IX. You want to get crit damage or crit rate. Usually you can go with crit damage. You'll get more like crit rate from your 5-piece bonus set from the Eternal Radiance and from your bonus stats. So usually you can get away with crit damage, but if your crit rate is low, go with crit rate. For 3 cost Echoes, you want to do spectral damage bonus as usual. And then your 1 cost Echoes, you want attack percent. For substats, priority number 1 is crit rate, crit damage. Priority number 2, you want attack percent and then heavy attack damage bonus. And you want a good amount of energy regen. I'd say you want 20 to 30% energy regen from your Echoes. And then flat attack. And then priority number 3, liberation damage bonus is not bad either. So now for teams, Zani's teammates are a little bit less flexible. So we need someone to apply Spectro Frazzle. So we're going to have Zani, Spectro Rover, and Verena. Yes, Spectro Rover is, not as good as Phoebe, obviously. But when you quick swap and then do that advanced tech I taught you, they still do pretty well. So this is going to be a more quick swap heavy team. This is the premium Zani team. So Phoebe can apply a lot of Spectro Frazzle very fast in her support mode. Like you can see here, like Phoebe's like outro skill, like reduces spectral resistance, and then it's gonna amplify Spectro Frazzle damage. So she's like perfect for Zani. I do want to mention one thing though. Like Phoebe, if she uses the Eternal Radiance set, you do have to have like very high investment in her to do some more damage, but her damage is actually very minimal. It's also very good to throw on Moonlit Cloud set on Phoebe and just let Zani do more damage since she does a lot more damage than Phoebe here when she's in support mode. But with Rover, let them use Eternal Radiance set because they do a lot of damage, especially with Zani's outro. So instead of like Verena or Shorekeeper, you can also put Spectro Rover here. He can also heal with his Liberation. And honestly, if you want to heal better, you want to put the Rejuvenating Glow set on Rover. The next future team I recommend is with Chikona. So she's going to be able to apply Spectro Frazzle with her Liberation. And also she's going to group enemies together. So this is going to be a cool team in the future. The last team I would recommend is using Mortefi. He can boost Zani's heavy attack damage. But yeah, this is an option that could work, but I would make this my last option. Now for sequence nodes. When you use your enhanced resonant skill parry or attack, you're going to get 50% spectral damage bonus for 14 seconds, which is a lot. And then her enhanced basic attack 3, heavy slash nightfall, can't be interrupted. That's really good. That means you can just keep attacking and attacking. S2, your crit rate is increased by 20%, which is crazy. And your enhanced resonant skill attack or parry is going to increase by 80%, the damage multiplier. Really good too. That means you can just stack up crit damage on your echoes. S3, it's gonna make your second part of your liberation skill like super duper strong. But honestly, I feel like you can stop at S2. S4 gives her a little bit of support capabilities. When she uses her intro skill, it's going to increase the attack percent of all of the other resonators by 20% for 30 seconds. S5, it's going to increase the damage of the first part of your liberation by 120%. Oh, not so bad, but S6 is where the magic happens. Okay, so the damage multipliers for all your heavy slashes, right, your enhanced basic attacks, are increased by 40%. And every blaze consumed increases the damage multiplier of heavy slash nightfall by 40% on hit. Then that's so much damage. That's like the strongest one. And also, like when your blaze is lower than 70, you restore 70 blazes immediately. So this like your rotations become much longer and you could do much more damage. So overall, S6 gonna make her a beast, even though she already is. So if you get to S6, you will have no problem clearing any kind of content. Alright, thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked this video or it helped you out, please make sure to like and subscribe. I have other guides here on the left. So I'm streaming sometimes these days, so you could follow me on twitch.tv/FrenchTutor_. Good luck on your Zani polls, and thank you so much for watching today. Take care now.